What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre video. Today, a huge one as a brand new trailer just dropped for the game, and this time we get our first legitimate look at gameplay. But before I say anything else, take a look at that trailer.
Gonna be fun. You know I can't let you leave. You can't hide from me. This is your own fault. Hey, Johnny, you ever take pictures of it when you're done? I do. It's real fun.
Now, there's a ton to break down in this trailer, but let's start first with the big announcement that came alongside it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre will no longer be exclusive to next-generation consoles and will now be coming to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 on top of the PS5, Series X, and PC via Steam and Microsoft Store. In this announcement, executive producer Ishmael Vyson said, "The community asked, and we're thrilled to answer that our partners at Sumo were able to create a plan to bring the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 platforms in a way that preserves the gameplay and visual tone of the title while giving players what they have been asking for. It was important to us to enable every fan of the franchise to experience our vision for the game." With this announcement, we also have confirmation that the game will not be coming this year, but rather at some point in 2023, which at this point was kind of expected. But now, let's jump to the beginning of this trailer and discuss some of the gameplay details and mechanics that were revealed here. Right away, we see something interesting as Julie, one of our victims, is crawling through the back of a car in an attempt to get away from the hitchhiker. Based on this, it looks like the cars found around the property can be used as hiding spots for the victims. In fact, we see several different hiding spots throughout this trailer that I will point out as we go. Of course, in this scenario, the spot doesn't work well for Julie as the hitchhiker catches up with her and appears to kill her on the spot. The next interesting mechanic we see is the cook locking a door. This will most likely be used to slow down victims when in chase and is another obstacle that you will have to overcome in order to escape. We know that each character of the Slaughter family will have some sort of unique ability that makes them important to the killer team. With that in mind, the ability to lock doors may be something that is exclusive to just the cook, and Leatherface the hitchhiker will not be able to do this. Next, we see Leatherface pulling Sonny out from a freezer and throwing him onto the ground. It's not clear whether or not he went into the freezer himself or if he was put there by one of the family members, but my best guess is that this served as another hiding spot for the victims. Although he was caught by Leatherface, he doesn't die on the spot like we see with the others later. Next, we see Julie moving from one room to another through a really tight pathway. This moment in particular is important as we see something very similar with the hitchhiker moving through a tight fence opening. There's a good chance that there are several places like this on the map that victims can fit through, but only the hitchhiker and maybe the cook can fit through to follow them. Leatherface is probably out of luck when it comes to getting through these tight spaces, and this further emphasizes the importance of working together as a team when playing as the family. Next, we see the cook wielding a broken broomstick as well as checking a hiding spot for a victim while Julie watches him from the darkness of the next room. And while we already knew it was a mechanic, we do see Julie also turning off a lamp inside of the house in order to help her hide. Then things start to get juicy as we head down to the underground tunnels below the maps. Anna is running away from Leatherface, but the next shot in particular I think is really interesting because we see Leland bump into some bones that are hanging down from the ceiling. While I'm not certain, I think these bones may serve as sound traps for the family, and anytime victims go through them, the family could be alerted to their location. From there, we cut to outside and see the cook running through the yard while Connie hides in a nearby bush, just once again reiterating the many places that you can hide on the map. Then we see an amazing moment where Anna is opening a sliding door only to find Leatherface waiting on the other side. He then hits her in the face, and we finally get to see the chainsaw in action and an awesome kill animation as Leatherface pales Anna with the saw. The trailer doesn't make it clear on how or when the other family members can activate an execution type kill like this, but it's still great to see that in some way, shape, or form that it's possible to pull off gnarly kills like this, which we even get to see the cook perform one. Now, this may just be the cook knocking out Leland, as he makes it clear in the original film that he doesn't like killing, but it's good to see that he too can perform similar animations, even if not fully killing victims. Now, the next couple of shots here are really interesting. First, we see Connie slowly moving towards a sliding door, but you'll notice to the right of the door is a light that is currently red. But in the next shot, we see Sunny pulling a lever on a panel that switches a red light to green. These may be connected, and in order to open some doors, you may have to find their power source and flip these types of switches. Assuming you can turn these switches both on and off, this may be a really important piece of teamwork for the victims, where you can unlock doors for your team, and then relock them before the family members can get in behind you, which we see something similar in the next shot with Leatherface cutting down a locked door, which, by the way, I really hope that means we'll get this line somewhere in the game.
Look what your brother did to that door!
In the next shot, although it doesn't confirm how he will work in the game, we see Grandpa sitting in his rocking chair with his hammer, ready to do what he does best and kill some teenagers. Again, we're not sure how Grandpa will work, but my best guess is that he will serve as a trap for the victims, and if they get too close to him, he will alert the rest of the family to their presence. And then, paying homage to the original ending of the film, we see Connie jumping out of the living room window just to be chased down the driveway by Leatherface. It's great to see that the windows will serve as a temporary escape for the victims, but my question here is, where can Connie really go? If she is successful in getting to the road, is there a way for her to escape Leatherface? Will a truck be coming by that she can jump into, similar to Sally? Or regardless, is this the end of the line for her? Either way, I love seeing this in the trailer, and it just shows how much attention to detail that has gone into the game so far. But wait, there's actually one last moment in this trailer that is important, and that's a line from the hitchhiker asking Johnny if he ever likes to take pictures of the victims when he's done. Johnny, of course, is not a character we've seen before and will be one of the original Slaughter family members that will be in the game, and this is just our first taste of one of these original killers. But that's it for the trailer itself. Last but not least, I want to take a look at a few screenshots that came with this trailer and perhaps a few other details that came with them. First, we have a screenshot as Leatherface and the hitchhiker chase after Sunny and Julie, and they attempt to hide. One thing that's interesting in this screenshot is the well, which I wonder if that comes into play at all for either killing victims or maybe hiding. Next, we have a screenshot that appears to be at the gas station as Anna hides in plain sight, while the hitchhiker checks the trunk and the cook scouts the area. Then an image from inside the family house with Julie hiding as Leatherface searches the area. This moment in general just seems terrifying. I mean, like, this is real suspense. This is something that I don't think we've really gotten in asymmetrical multiplayer before, and that concept alone is pretty scary. Next, we have Sunny hiding behind a car as the hitchhiker squeezes through a tight opening, pursuing him. Of course, here, I notice a gas in the trunk of the car, which may come into play for escaping. Perhaps you have to refill the tank of a car in order to drive away and escape, etc. And last but not least, my favorite of the bunch, a screenshot inside the living room of the family house with Connie hiding as the cook listens closely trying to find her. This may be hinting at one of the cook's abilities, as he may be able to better sense and track down survivors. But that's everything for today, a whole bunch of new information and our first look at gameplay. There's certainly a ton to discuss here, so keep it going in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on this new trailer. But that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this one. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.